Fam, I only wish this was clickbait. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. We have some wild news in the movie industry that broke late today. This is the type of news that made me take a double take when I was reading the headline. I was like, this cannot be a reality, but AMC Theaters just came out and banned all Universal movies from playing in their theaters. That is when they reopen, of course. That includes movies like Halloween Kills, Candyman, and so many more. What I'm going to be doing here for you guys is breaking down all the details of this story, telling you exactly why this is happening, what movies you're going to be missing out on if you're an AMC theater goer. But most importantly, I definitely want to hear your guys' opinion down below if you think this is a petty move by AMC after you have all the facts, or if you think, nah, you go girl, AMC do you. But either way, leave a like on this video. I did the reading, so you don't have to. Alright, so yes, if you're reading a whole bunch of news online about AMC theaters banning Universal films from playing in their auditoriums, that is exactly what is going on right now. And the history behind this event all started with the outbreak of the Rona. Obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, which probably by now it doesn't sound all that crazy. People living like Patrick out there right now, I believe it. Well, of course, one of the big things to happen from this outbreak was a bunch of theaters and places where we socially gather have been shut down until further notice. This has caused such a huge strain on a lot of industries, but because I'm a movie channel, we're sticking to just the movie facts. It's put such a strain on movie theaters like AMC, where they're very close to bankruptcy, where they might not even be a company when all of this is said and done. Same thing goes for the movie theaters that had all these movies to show us all this summer, and now we just no longer get to see them. And one of these films in particular was Trolls World Tour. Now, this was the sequel to Trolls. It was set to hit theaters. I don't think anybody was really interested in this movie, but it's actually made history because the studio decided, well, if we can't play this movie in theaters because everything is shut down, then we're just gonna go ahead and put it on VOD, where people can buy it on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and we'll just skip the theater release altogether. Universal Studios went ahead and did this without consulting AMC theaters because they have a contract with them that, hey, when it's time for you guys to reopen or when your theaters are available, we're going to put our movie in your auditorium and then we're going to share some of the profits, making you rich and making myself rich. Universal Studios kind of did a shady move and just broke their agreement, releasing this movie on VOD and actually breaking records. Trolls 2 managed to make $100 million on VOD, which is one of the most highest grossing movies to end up going on VOD. So successful, in fact, that now Universal Studio believes that they don't need to be going to the theaters, that they can do it both ways. Universal saying exactly, the results for Trolls World Tour have exceeded our expectations and demonstrated the viability of PVOD, pay-per-view VOD. As soon as theaters reopen, we expect to release movies on both formats. Now AMC Theaters in this struggling time took that as an act of war and said, you know what, you don't want to go ahead and let us know, you don't want to play ball with our agreements, fine. Everything that Universal makes from here on out is no longer coming to our theaters. Saying exactly, it is disappointing to us, but Jeff's comments as to Universal's unilateral actions and intentions have left us with no choice. Therefore, effective immediately, AMC will no longer play any Universal movies in any of our theaters in the United States, Europe, or the Middle East. Just to give you an idea of what movies you're missing out on that are no longer going to be playing in AMC, here's a couple that are coming up once theaters reopen. You have the Purge 5 movie that is now entitled The Forever Purge. You have Candyman, the rebooted Candyman movie. You have Michael Myers' Halloween Kills, not going to be seen it in AMC. Fast and Furious 9. Jurassic World 3 entitled Jurassic World Dominion, Minions, The Rise of Gru. There's so many great movies that Universal makes, and if this ban stays, movies coming out in the future you're not going to be able to enjoy, like the Super Mario movie that's being made by Illumination Studios. You're not going to be able to enjoy that in an AMC theater. And I know there's already people in the comments section or that probably left this video a while back going, I don't even like AMC. I don't ever go to AMC. I'm a Regal guy. I'm a Cinemark man. I'm a Cinemark man, just saying. That's all fine and dandy if you're not even a fan of AMC, but it's a fact that they are the largest theater chain in the world. They host the most amount of theaters and bring in such a large chunk of the box office for these movies. If this ban stays in effect, which I just don't believe it will, we'll talk about why in a sec, then that means some of our favorite movies now risk getting such a low box office earning when they open up that it affects the future sequels coming out or the viability of the studios because someone is just kind of being petty. I know there's people out there who want Fast and Furious 10 to happen. That won't happen if they don't have enough tickets to sell, or another Halloween movie coming out. Candyman won't be able to get a sequel. This drama going on between the companies, I think, is just surreal, and we've never seen it done before. But bringing to my point, like I mentioned earlier, I don't think AMC can afford to do this. I mentioned that they're on the verge of being bankrupt. And a lot of these movies that I mentioned, like a Fast and Furious 9, those are billion-dollar potential earning movies, and that's so many people coming to your theater, buying popcorn, buying drinks. You're just going to be missing out on so much business that you desperately need to keep your company together. But at the same time, I don't know what the point was of making that statement, because it was AMC who put it out there. It wasn't someone leaking out this information or a co-worker in the thing. No, it was literally AMC, the company, saying, Universal, screw you. Do they want a direct apology? Do they want them to pay a fine to them? Are they trying to hustle them into more percentage money earned from the tickets? I know what Universal did to AMC without consoling them on this is kind of messed up, but I feel like this is such a drastic measure. AMC would have really have preferred them to do what Warner Brothers did, because Warner Brothers is another movie theater that's seen the success from Trolls World Tour. They're going to be releasing Scoob on VOD come May 15th. They won't be going to theaters, but it was said that before they made this decision, Warner Brothers sat down with movie theaters and said, look, I know we have contracts, I know we have agreements, times are tough right now, we need to earn money, we're going to have to break it just this once. And just by having that little meeting, Warner Brothers and AMC are on good terms. Really, this will only benefit other movie theaters, like I said, a Regal or a Cinemark or maybe other smaller chains, because now they'll be having movies that AMC can't play, and that's a big advantage to them when AMC was one of their main competitors. But I really just wanted to bring this forward to inform you guys on what's going on, but most importantly, get your opinion. Do you think this ban will stay by the time theaters open? I have to believe it won't. Whose side are you on in this argument, Universal or AMC? Anything and everything, you guys go ahead and leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.